we doing, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trage. I'm your host, Trage. Today we have a special interview. We have Buffalo wrestling star Sam Mitchell is on with us today. Last season, he had his best season so far of his career, finishing at 21-8, 10-4 in duels, 5-2 in the MAC duels, placed third at the MAC championships. Quite a year right there. I can go on, but let's get to it here. How are you doing today, Sam?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Living the dream every day. I'm happy when I can get Wisconsin stars, some Wisconsin athletes onto the show to talk about their careers in college sports.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. We love to have you on here. So just getting us started, we know what your name is, but can you introduce yourself to us a little bit? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name's Sam Mitchell. I wrestle at the University of Buffalo. I wrestle 197 pounds, and I have for the past 5 years now. I graduated from Marshfield, Wisconsin, where I wrestled 195 at Marshfield High School. Won a state title my senior year, and now I'm here.
Awesome. And you moved on to Buffalo there. How did you come to choosing Buffalo? Were there other colleges interested in you coming out of high school there? Tell me a little bit about the process for you.
Yeah, it was tough. I didn't really know where I wanted to go yet. I just knew I wanted to wrestle in college, and what really drew me out to here was just how the coaching staff is and how on me they were about wanting me. It really seemed like they needed me, so I liked that. The team felt like a family when I came out and visited. It was just overall the right place for me.
Okay. And you talked about your season there, your state season at Marshfield, 49-1 overall that season. That's quite an impressive record. Tell me about that season for you. What led to such success there in your senior year at Marshfield?
Yeah, that was definitely a fun season. What really made me make a jump is, I love playing football, and I had great friends who played with me, and it was a lot of fun. But after my sophomore year, I decided to stop playing football and just focus on wrestling. So I just started wrestling year round. I think that just made a giant leap in my wrestling game, and I think that's what did it.
So would you say that, it's tougher to balance, especially for high school athletes there? If you want to focus on one sport, it's kind of easier in your opinion, it's kind of easier if you just focus on that sport, maybe not be involved in so much?
I don't think you necessarily have to, but in my situation, I wanted to put all my focus into one sport because I knew that's what I wanted to do. But no, there's guys on our team that play 3 sports in high school, so it doesn't work for everyone, but it did the trick for me.
Okay, yeah. And what are you studying at Buffalo out there for you?
I'm studying criminology. I plan to be a police officer like my brother, and that's what I want to do.
Okay. And tell me about life at Buffalo, kind of what the everyday life is for you out there.
Yeah, so Monday through Friday, we lift at 6:30, and after lift, we go to class, get our studies in, and then we come back at 2. From 2 to 4, we have practice, and then basically just that every day, unless we have a duel or a competition. Then we leave a few days before competition, get our weight off, and it's just kind of the same thing every day in the season. Trying to keep it a ritual.
Okay. And if you could give me some of your favorite things about Buffalo.
Oh, I just love the team. The team's like a family to me. Everyone's just so helpful, and so everyone just loves each other, and it's the coaching staff is just great, and I think they really love their athletes, and they really want us to succeed. So I just feel like it's a great place to be at.
Okay. And if I'm traveling out there by the university, anywhere around there, where's some good places to eat? If you had to give me your top 3 places out there where I should stop for a bite to eat, where would you tell me to go?
Well, being from Buffalo, they made the buffalo wing. So what's huge out here is wings. They got some really good wings. You can pretty much go to anywhere out here, and they'll have the best wings you can get. So it doesn't really matter as long as you're ordering the wings at the restaurant. That's what you should do.
There we go. So you're telling me that wings came from Buffalo. So Buffalo wings actually came from Buffalo.
That's what I've been told. I don't know. The bar actually right by Buffalo, right by the campus, is called Anchor Bar, and they claim they discovered the buffalo wing. So who knows?
There's a lot of claims going on right now. I
Yeah.
don't know what to believe anymore. I'm gonna have to search this one up later. I don't know. So last season you had actually quite the jump there at Buffalo. Prior to going in 2021, 2022, you went 14 and 16. And then in 2023, 2020, or 2022, 2023, you ended up 21 and 8. You actually you placed higher at the MAC championships, 10-4 record in duels there in 2022 2023 season there. Can you tell me what led to that uptick in success just year to year?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it was just experience, getting the feel of college wrestling at the highest level. It kind of took a while to grow into it. But the summer of that year, we got a new coach. His name is Alan Clothier, and he wrestled at the University of Northern Colorado. And the 2020 season, I wrestled him, and he beat me. So now he's our coach. So I spend every day with him the summer training with him, and he really, really made me jump, like make a big jump. And I think that's what led to that.
Okay. Okay. And can you tell me about a normal day for you in season there, kind of within practice ranges there, and then even getting into it, a normal game day routine for you?
Yeah. So or a duel is just, I mean, if it's away, it's different every time, just based on where we're at and like what kind of like practice room we have. But if we have a home duel, it's just usually they're around like 7 p.m. So we'll try to get up around 9, just like get the body moving, check our weight, make sure it's good, and then about 2 hours before weigh-ins, we'll get a workout in, just get our weight off, and then we go to weigh-ins, and then we get an hour just to fuel up, get ready for competition, and then from there it's go time.
Okay. Okay. And if you could, you were talking about a little bit there. Tell me about the workout regimen at the University of Buffalo.
Yeah, so here at UB we train hard. It's tough. We're known for our shape and our strength, so we just try to get guys tough, and it's a lot of hard work. Not gonna lie, but I think it definitely plays out in the end.
Okay, okay. And how has the sport changed for you ever since high school? You had a really successful senior year and then jumping into freshman year at Buffalo. How has the sport changed for you over the years since high school there?
Yeah, so in high school, I kind of like changed the way I wrestle. I was big on like just getting takedowns, but in college I started riding guys, and that's really what I won a lot of my matches doing. Because in college, there's if you ride a guy for a minute, you get a point, and that's not how it is in high school. So I really leaned on that, and that's what's really helped me get my success. And just recently, they changed the rules too. So instead of a 2 point takedown in college, it's a 3 point takedown. So that's a big difference that I'm still trying to figure out.
Interesting. Was that the only rule change that they made, or were there other rule changes along with that one?
There's a few based on like how like there's no reaction time, or there has to be reaction time to get a takedown. You can't just like get one fast and then get out. Also, there is 2 point near fall, 3 point near fall, and 4 point near fall now. So
Huh.
they went through and changed a few things last season to this season.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about these new rule changes that they're bringing into the game now?
I mean, so far so good. I haven't really hit any bumps in the road yet. So far, I'm liking them.
Okay. Okay. Everybody loves the new rules up until they find that when they
Yeah,
have something
exactly.
go wrong, then they're like, ah, crap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talk
Okay.
to me in like 2 months.
After you win the championships, we'll have to have you
Yeah,
back, and then we can talk about
yeah,
how the rules changed.
perfect.
There we go. So, how did you get into wrestling? How did your wrestling career start? Start me out at Little Sam Mitchell, the first time you ever stepped on a mat.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't even remember the first time. I was so young. My parents just pushed me into the sport. I feel like I didn't even have a choice. But I don't know. It's just what I've been doing my whole life. My dad wrestled. My brother wrestled. So it's just kind of all I've ever known. So that's just like that's all I've been doing my life. So yeah.
Okay, and like you were just saying there, you did grow up with other athletes in the family. Would you say that kind of helped you? It kind of pushed you to be your best.
Yeah, definitely. Me and my brother would joke around who can beat up who, and I think I can now. But yeah, I really looked up to him. He wrestled. He played football. He ended up playing football at Eau Claire. So I always looked up to him. I think that's the reason why I got to where I am today.
Okay. And you touched on it a little bit earlier, but could you tell me some of your favorite things about wrestling for the University of Buffalo?
Yeah, I do like the city. Buffalo's really cool. Feels like home to me. Um, I mean, I got the best roommates I could ask for. Uh, I don't know. I just it's just a great place for me. It's my fifth year, so just it just feels normal for me now, and I couldn't really imagine my being anywhere else.
Okay. Okay. And if you could give me some words to describe yourself as a wrestler, anything you would say to describe yourself as a wrestler and a person every day.
I would say gritty. I like to I like to just like win tough matches. So just gritty and just hard work and
Okay. Okay. And how do you feel you've grown not just in high school but in at Buffalo since freshman year? How do you feel like you've grown as a wrestler since that first time stepping on campus there?
I feel like I'm a whole different person now. They really shaped me into a new wrestler. I put on so much more muscle. My speed's gotten better. Just like overall, like they just made me a better person. I feel like they really try to get guys ready for life, and I feel like they've done a good job so far.
Okay. And everybody's got some, there's weird rituals out there. Sometimes they're your normal rituals. Do you have any like pre-match rituals that you do or even with your team or any weird ones that you know of other guys doing?
For me, I try to keep it the same. I don't really want to really mess with something that's already working. Sometimes I'll sit down. I'll try to like slow my breathing down. I know a lot of guys listen to music. I don't like listening to music. I think it just makes me overthink things. Um, I like to kind of joke around too, just like get my head off it, and then. But yeah, but one of my rituals is I listen to my walkout song about 10 minutes before. And it's Fat Bottom Girls, so I listen to that before every single time.
That's an interesting choice of music right there. That's it. I don't even know what to say to that.
Keep the crowd going. That's why I like it.
There we go. There we go. We got to get them pumped up somehow. so, so if you could give me your favorite wrestling memory of your career, and let's flip it both. Let's go at Buffalo and at in Marshfield. Give me your both of your, or if you have multiple, biggest wrestling matches or anything like that you've had.
Yeah, so at Marshfield it was definitely winning that state title. That was a dream of mine since I can remember. I used to go to the state tournament when I was little. Watch my brother, and I always wanted to be out there. It was the best memory though. It wasn't winning the state title. It was doing the Walk of Champions when they like when you walk on the mat when you make the finals. That was the most surreal moment for me. Um, in college, so in freestyle, I've been doing a lot of freestyle too, and that was when I wrestled Jaden Cox in the semifinals at the U.S. Open. It was on the stage, and he's a Olympic champ, couple time world champ. I just thought that was a cool opportunity. And then when I got third place at Max last year, it was like it was like the final overtime, and it was a really intense match. I was the only match going on. I was the only match going on in the arena, so the whole crowd was reacting. That was a pretty cool moment.
Okay, okay. And you touched on it a little bit there about freestyle. Is there after Buffalo? I know it's hard to look at the future there, but after Buffalo, is there any chance that you try to advance that wrestling career to maybe looking at like an Olympic kind of run or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually going to try to qualify for the trials this year. Um, I've had some pretty good freestyle success. I've got second at the U23 World Team Trials twice. A three-time senior U.S. Open All American. So I definitely want to pursue freestyle because I feel like that's one of my best things.
Okay, okay. And Going off of that, just getting a little bit into you here. Who's your biggest sports idol? If you have multiple, tell me about them. But you know that one person that you've always looked up to that you kind of try to emulate your game after, or just somebody in the sporting world that you just wanted to be like.
Oh, I do watch a lot of Mike Tyson videos. I just think his just like how he was and how his mindset was. I I like watching a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters have like great mindsets. How they don't care who they're fighting. That's kind of how I try to like act when it comes to wrestling. Just
Okay.
being tough and just not caring.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so being at Buffalo, is there any big rival to Buffalo wrestling, as a team? And then also to you, is there any big rivals that you have out there that's that guy that you can't wait to face on the mat once again, that kind of deal?
Yeah, we got both. So our biggest rival is Ohio. They're also in the MAC, and it's always a crazy duel when we do them. Everyone's yelling at each other. The crowds are chirping. The parents are fighting. It's always a crazy experience. And then yeah, yeah. With I have a lot of guys that I see all the time because we wrestle teams in our conference, and then we wrestle them at the conference tournament. So there's guys that I've wrestled 6 7 times in college. So there's there's multiple rivals that I have.
Okay. Okay. Any one of those guys, what's your biggest match so far? If you could tell me about that, your biggest match you've had so far at that college level. Who is it against? That kind of deal there.
Yeah. So one of my biggest rivals is this kid from Edinburgh, and we've wrestled probably 6 times, and we split matches each time. So yeah, we're about 3-3 against each other. But that's who I wrestled in that third place at Max. So I knew going into it was going to be a tough, gritty match, and ended up being the last overtime. So that was quite the experience.
Okay, okay. And is there, going off of that, is that guy, is he kind of that match you have your eye on this year here? Or, is there any matches that you have your eyes on in particular going into this season here?
There definitely is, but that guy is. I think he's done. I think he's coaching now there. But yeah, there's definitely guys. I often look at our schedule and I pick guys out that I want to beat that are ranked higher than me, and I'll just train to beat them. Really.
Okay. Okay. And what advice would you give to someone who's looking to wrestle or even just advance their athletic career? It doesn't have to be in wrestling either, but just to advance to that collegiate level.
I would just say just keep believing and just keep working hard. Just put your head down and work hard. There's times where I didn't think I was gonna be here, but I just kept working and kept believing, and I was confident. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to be confident in yourself, and you got to be confident in your coaching staff, and really buy into what they say. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Okay. Okay. And how do you hope to be remembered in your wrestling career, not just at Marshfield, but in at Buffalo too?
Well, I want to be an All American this year, so I want that. But be an All American, maybe national champ. That's really what I want. But just a guy that would work hard and would always help out other teammates if they needed it. Just just overall, just a hard worker.
Okay. Okay. And a lot of people say that being a student athlete can be a tough thing trying to juggle both at the same time there. How do you keep up with school and athletics and what kind of advice would you give to new like freshmen coming in? What kind of advice would you give to them?
Yeah, it was tough. It actually took me a little while to figure it out. It took me like a year or two, but what I really found is that you really got to manage your time. You can't hold things off to the last minute. I tried that, it doesn't work. So I mean, just really just time management. Just get things done when you need to get them done. Don't wait till the last minute. That's probably the best advice I could give.
Okay. Okay. And we touched on it a little bit there, but what are your plans after school? Are we moving back home? Are we becoming a police officer out there in Buffalo? Are we moving somewhere else? What are the plans, hypothetical plans for Sam Mitchell after this wrestling season is done?
Well, I got a few things I could do. I could stay here and coach. Um, I think that'd be pretty cool. Stay on and coach as like a grad assistant, or I'm thinking I might move home and try to be a police officer, or maybe even go in MMA. Who knows?
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And just to finish up here, anyone you want to give a shout out to or anything else you want to mention before we end here?
Uh, I mean, my family, they've helped me so much. They've they've really kept me going. There's been times where I wanted to be done and I wanted to stop wrestling, but they pushed me, and now I'm glad. I'm glad they did. I'm just really grateful for my friends and my family.
Okay, okay. And do we have your word that when you win the MAC championship this year and the national championship, you'll come back on? First interview will be back on the show here,
My
telling the
first
people about it.
my first interview after the NCAA title will be this one.
There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to hear right there. So it's been awesome chatting with you today. We want to thank you for being on with us.
Thank you. It was fun.
Definitely, definitely. This has been Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trage. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Deuces.